Morning walk. It's what, 5:25. Liza came to my bed at 5:15. Like, okay, I'm ready to go. So she went into my bed while I went, to get ready. Yeah, she now knows the time. And of course she knows the route that she wants to go. And mom will arrive shortly. So she went, up to Prikmurje to see what is going on, the damage due to the storm. So apparently she lost pretty Lizzie. Leo. So if you're wondering, yeah, AC. Fui, Lizzie, Leo, keep up. Apparently she lost 2 oak trees on her property. They were toppled over. And apparently, all over the village, several trees were lost. Plus, a lot of homeowners decided, due to all the heavy winds, strong winds that they were experiencing during the last 2 weeks, they decided just to do, let's say, a preventative tree removing, felling operation. So basically apparently quite a lot of village folks took down the trees, the old and quite tall trees that could fall on their buildings, on their houses. Yeah, yesterday they released the figure that just on our electrical supply system our electrical supply system in the last 2 weeks suffered for 3 million euros worth of damages, So when we were, the last time in Mosted Forest, which you can barely see over there, they lost the power because a tree fell directly onto the line. So here in Slovenia, quite a lot, if majority of the lines are above ground, and now they are of course trying to get everything below or into the ground, which of course costs more. And yeah, I just checked the weather report, the weather forecast for today. They are saying that there is a possibility of rain between 9 and 11, but like not even 40%. So If there was no raining yesterday when they were saying it like almost 90%, yeah, I don't think so. But you never know. Yeah, at least it's, it's a nice day. 17 degrees currently. If you remember last week, we already had, plus 10, only plus 10 in the morning after that major raining session. So today 17, it's wonderful. And we are expecting up to 29, which is also good. And number 2. Okay, that's it for now. Oh, it's Monday, so yeah, we have to do one more video relating to the public sector or employment procedures or employment information in Slovenia in general. Kaj je zdaj, Lizi? No, greva. Greva tukaj? Kje greva? I don't know. There was an important information here. You know, how to reserve a parking space. You just put some, old tires on the road, Who cares if this is, against the law? But yeah, if you want to park, in front of your house. No, pet Lizzie. So I think they have a dog here. Or like they dog sit their relative's dog. Oh, and they are working on the fence, well, the wall actually. Back to the topic. So in quite a lot of cases, if not all, there is also a probation period attached to your employment, which means for a certain period of time, I think it can vary from 1 month up to 6 months. So for the first employment period, you are on probation, which basically means, they are testing you out. And that, especially in the case of, let's say, permanent contract, non-time limited contract, in that during the probation period they can basically fire you without a cause. Well, the cause usually could be given as it's just not working out with you. And I think that today it's a little bit more brighter than usual. But last week it was a little bit, darker. So yeah, in that time, So, for example, currently, and that goes for majority of jobs as far as I know, but I could be wrong. During the probation period, you receive the same pay as you would if you wouldn't be on probation. But I know for cases, I know of cases, and I also was one such case when I work, so-called student work in McDonald's. So their policy was for the first, it was not set like time period, but basically usually it lasted like for a month if you of course worked basically every day or almost every day, and in that time, in certain time period, you have to complete all of the initial, basic training. So this was like your probationary period. And for this first period, you got paid less than afterwards. So when they were training you and basically seeing if you can manage, if you can handle the job requirements, you were paid less. But immediately after you completed the last training, well, when you passed the last exam, your raise was elevated for like 1/6, if I remember correctly. And then you get promoted if they quite quickly, if they saw that you can work good. So I think in McDonald's, in the first 6 months, twice they raised in the first 6 months they raised my pay twice, if I remember correctly. They are working on the isolation. So after Slovenia joined EU, a lot of money started coming in, and this is one of the, let's say, consequences, especially for the apartment buildings. They can apply for subvention, financing of isolation improvements for the building. Okay, that's it. In my case, my probationary period, apparently it's standard for my employer, it's 3 months. And by the time Lizzie, she wants to stay and wait for Nar. Yesterday when it was raining, we couldn't. Pridi, Lizzie, nade, pridi. No, deva no, Lizzie. No, pridi, no. So yeah, I think by the time that you will see this particular video, my probation period will be over. So yeah, hopefully, okay, let's end on this point.